Hi there, Adam here, and welcome to this week's Virtual Regatta Top Tips, where we're going to be focusing very much on match racing this week. So first of all, you'll see this week I've selected to use a non-VIP account. So I'm not using a VIP account this week. The reason for this is I wanted to highlight to everybody that you don't need to be a VIP account holder to set up a match race. Anyone can do so with the free standard Virtual Regatta account. You can set up a match race with any of your friends. So what you need to do is go and click on the friends button here and select which friends you want to have a match race with. You'll see I've had a number of friend requests in there. If you've got any parents watching that are concerned about use of social media and online use, please do visit the AWA Virtual Regatta website, which has some advice on keeping safe online. So here's my list of friend requests that I've not accepted yet, but also if I wanted to find a friend that's playing the game to go up against a match race with them, I would ask them what their username is, type it into here, then press that button once I've found them, and it'll take me to their profile where I can request that they become one of my friends. So I've done this with a number of players, so we will scroll down to find Adam Parry, who I'm going to go up match racing today, in my friends list down here. So I can see of my friends, 3 are currently online. The top one here is the one I'm going to match race today, which is AP53. This is Adam Parry. He is the technical manager for the AWA, who looks after the PY and handicap system for all you racers out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge into a bit of a match race today. So being from the sport development department, it's a sport development versus racing department match race today to see who comes out on top. So to set the match race up, I will select the green button at the end of this line where his name is, and that will take us into a match race with Adam. Once you've pressed that button, it will bring up this screen, which is just waiting for Adam to accept the match race at the other end. So he's accepted it now. It'll then take us to our race helps screen. So to make the match race as fair as possible, we've both agreed in advance that we are not going to select any race helps. So we're going to go with no race helps, either of us, so it's as fair as possible. So without pressing any of these buttons, we'll go and press the green button, which will take us straight into the race. And within the race, I'm going to hand over to our commentator today, who is Jack Fennick. He is the keelboat development manager for the AWA, who's quite an expert in team racing and match racing as an umpire. So we'll hand him over to do the race commentary. Thanks to Jack, and hope you enjoy watching. Cheers, guys.
It's going to be a very short pre-start compared to a normal match race, only 1 minute 15 seconds, or 1 minute 30 seconds. And at the moment, we're going to be following McGovern, we'll call him for this, just so it doesn't get too confusing. So you can see he's got the skull and crossbones on his mainsail. He's now circling around, Parry running away on port there. Circling here is going to make sure that no one gets in control, no one loses in control. It's all about the final 15 seconds going into the start line. So right now, neither boat wanting to cede control to the other one. Parry just jibing around at the starboard there. Can he get to him? No, he can't quite get to McGovern. Spins away again. Parry's going to spin round behind McGovern. He's now in a strong position, Parry. Can he get underneath and hook him and start pushing him towards or away from the start line? You can see McGovern tried to jibe onto port and couldn't quite make it. He's now tacked onto port and he's going to be in trouble. Yep. Parry was on starboard. McGovern's now got a penalty. He's going to be running down for the next 6 seconds, slowing him down. What's Parry going to do? How's he going to gain control out of this? He's tacking in front with 30 seconds to go. He's probably a bit too early for the start. McGovern sliding in underneath to leeward here. He's going to be putting a lot of pressure on Parry. Going to try and push him towards that start line. You can see he's just trying to hold him up, see if he can slip down. Parry's having to tack away now. He's tackling away, he's moving away from the line. He's going to try and get some speed. McGovern's going to try and gain some space because he's a bit too close to the line. He's tacking in. You can see he's probably still just a fraction too early. Parry now reaching down, good pace coming into the start, and he's going to hook up there, and a great start by Parry. You can see there he's already got a 4 meter advantage, and he's got inside with a gap. So there's no lee bow effect coming off of McGovern's boat here. Parry's just got to keep pushing forwards, and if he can hold them all the way up to the ley line, then Parry's going to be in control when they come to the top mark. So you can see now, he's still holding that position, gaining slightly by the looks of it. He's got to be pushing all the way up to this left-hand ley line, and if he can get there, then McGovern's got no way of getting back into this first beat on this race. So at the moment, Parry just desperately trying to hold on in there, make sure that he can stop McGovern from tacking, and he's going to be leading into the windward mark here. So they must be getting close to the ley line now. They're having a quick look, see where it is. And Parry's going to be thinking about this. Here we go. Yeah, rolls into his tack. Has he made the ley line for the windward mark? It looks like he's pretty safe on the ley line. McGovern's following him in. So now the question is, are they going to go for the same windward mark, or is McGovern going to be splitting for a different windward mark here? He's just try to drop his bow down a little bit, try and get a bit more pace, try and see if he can close down some of that gap on Parry. Parry with a 6 meter advantage at the moment. Pretty slim when you think they're going to be going downwind in a minute, and these boats have got a massive wind shadow. So actually, whilst Parry's got the advantage at the moment, McGovern could well do well in this run if he can get his wind shadow on top. But it looks like McGovern might be just sailing a fraction lower. He might be in the lee bow at the moment. He might struggle to make this mark. He might have to tack off for the other mark. Is he tacking? No, he's decided he wants to follow Parry around this mark. But he's really having to pinch up to get around it. He's just squeezing around. He's just missed it, but he's lost a lot getting into that windward mark. He was only 8 meters behind when they tacked. He's now 35 meters, 36 meters behind. He's now got to see if he can use that wind shadow to his advantage. You can see the droplets of the wind shadow coming off of McGovern's mainsail here. He's got to try and get those right on top of Parry's boat here. And it looks like he might just be in position now. That distance is closing down. 30 meters, 28 meters. He's closing that gap down to 26 meters now. Parry's had to push wide of the ley line here. He sailed a lot of extra distance. McGovern's now right on top of him. 20 meters now, the gap, 18 meters. He's really closing this gap down. He's putting Parry under a lot of pressure here. 10 meters now. He's going to be right behind him coming around this mark. Can he get into it? Can he get a split away so he's not covered up the beat? That's brilliant. Oh, no. It's a disaster. McGovern's hit the mark. He's got a penalty. He's stalled. He's slow. He's now 20 meters back. This isn't good for McGovern. Oh, it looks like the racing department could be doing pretty well out of this race here. 36 meters now, the difference between Parry and McGovern. Parry just putting a loose cover in. He doesn't want McGovern to be getting a shift that he's not getting hold of. He's not got to cover him hard. He's got a nice advantage at the moment. He's 34 meters in the lead. So he's just going to make sure that McGovern doesn't have an opportunity to overtake on a wind shift. So he's just going to be sailing him out to the ley line again. There we go. He's tacking in for that mark. McGovern's going to have to follow in. Now, Parry looks like he's set up for the left-hand mark. McGovern, it looks like he's set up for the right-hand mark here. So there could be an opportunity opening up. If there's a bit more pressure coming down the left-hand side of the run, looks like that's the way McGovern's going to go, then he might get an advantage coming down this final run. But we just have to see, or maybe Parry's not going to, no, Parry's not going to give him that opportunity. He's tacked. He's going to be going for this right-hand mark as well. He's going to lose a little bit of distance, but I think he's probably made a smart choice there because he's closed down the options for McGovern. He's going to have to fall around. He has closed that gap down a little bit, but he's going to struggle to get his wind shadow. And he's spun out. He's lost control. I think a little bit over tapping there, possibly by Mr. McGovern. He's now dropped back to 64 meters. That's a big ask. The wind shadow in these boats is big, but I think this might be too much even for Mr. McGovern to claw his way back into now. He's pushing his wind shadow as close as he can to Parry. He's jibing. He's going to see if he can get that wind shadow down on top of him. That distance holding fairly solid at the moment at 76 meters. Don't know that he's going to be able to get back into this. Parry with only maybe 200 meters left to go to the finish line. McGovern pushing down as fast as he can. Still 76 meters, and it looks like this is going to be race number 1 is going to go to Adam Parry, technical manager for the racing department. So 1-0 to the racing department. Way to go, Mr. Parry. So we're back now for the second match in the RYA Racing Department versus RYA Sport Development Department. Adam McGovern versus Adam Parry. Adam Parry took a quite convincing win of about 75 meters in the first race. McGovern making a few unforced errors, I would say. Hitting the leeward mark, spinning out the top mark, not what you'd expect from Mr. McGovern. Let's see what he can do in the second race. So here we go, coming into the start. We've got 1 minute 20 to go. Adam Parry, again with the red sails. Adam McGovern with the skull and crossbones. Parry seeing he can get him on starboard. Can't quite get to him. Circling again here. Circling in a clockwise direction this time, much safer. You come out the jibe on starboard. It makes it much harder when you're tacking onto port for the other boat to come and get you. So at the moment here, McGovern just happy to chase Parry away from the start line. Parry going to try and push this if he can. He wants to cement his lead in this race. So I think he's probably going to be feeling quite confident. Here he goes. He's just trying to get down and in behind. He wants to get in and hook him, but he can't quite get him. Here we go. Big luff. Oh, port and starboard just missed there. That was lucky, I think, for Mr. Parry. 40 seconds to go. Still very early to be thinking about the start here. McGovern lining up towards the start line. Nope, he's going to bail out again. He's going to circle back round. Can Parry get down to him on starboard? No, not quite. He's going to be pushing. Oh, can he get the tack in? Oh, that's close. That's really close. Leeward boat here. Parry with the red sails. He's going to be trying to hold McGovern up as much as he can. He wants to be the one who decides when this start happens. McGovern here looking like he might have to go round the committee boat. Oh, he could be in trouble. Oh, he could have a lot in his hands here. He's got 7 seconds to go. He's got to get round. Parry just seeing if he can block him out of the committee boat. Is McGovern going to go behind? He's just squeezing in there. That's actually a great start by McGovern. He's squeezed in. He's just tacking out. He's got a split tack start. Parry coming over with him now. Parry with a slight advantage in terms of distance, but it's going to be close when McGovern tacks back on the starboard here. We'll have to see how they look when they get up towards the ley line. Says Parry with a 12-meter advantage. I would say that that looks like it's not as much of an advantage as the computer thinks. We'll have to see what happens when McGovern tacks onto starboard. He might wait until he's close to the ley line. Doesn't want to give Parry the chance to cover him and slow him down. So he's going to be trying to use up as much of this distance as possible. He's having a quick look for the ley line there. You can see he's going to have to tack fairly soon or he's going to overstand. Here we go. So McGovern on starboard. Parry tacking into lee bow position. McGovern flicks straight back into attack. He doesn't want to be slowed down by that wind shadow coming off of Parry's sails. It's a great tack to respond so fast. He's safe. He's not quite in the ley line, so he can probably hold on a little bit further before he tacks back. Here we go. He's tacking into the ley line for this right-hand mark. He might have overstood ever so slightly, but he might just have a little bit of pace. Parry here probably betwixt in between which mark he's going to go for. He looks like he's a little bit low for the right-hand mark. He might even be a little bit low for that left-hand mark as well. So Parry definitely going to have to tack again. McGovern able to drop the bow down a little bit here. Yeah, here we go. You can see he's down at 40 degrees. He's going to be accelerating here. I think he might make a little bit of a gain as he comes into this mark. Parry there is on the ley line to go around this right-hand mark. He's made good work of that first beat. Nice and simple. McGovern going to be tacking in round behind. Here we go. Can he get his wind shadow into play again? You saw him do great effects in that first race. Made huge gains down that run. Gained 20 or 30 meters and were not for that leeward mark. It could have been a different story. So you can see here he's checking to see how his wind shadow is affecting Parry. Parry's jibed onto starboard here. He's matching. He's got to get that wind shadow down on top of him. He's got a 40-meter deficit to make up, 44-meter deficit to make up. But it looks like that wind shadow might just be starting to have an effect. Here we go, down at 40 meters. He's got to see what he can do. Parry now having to push a little bit to try and get away from that wind shadow. He's got to keep that speed on if he wants to keep his lead. McGovern's now dropped it down. He's taken 10 meters out of this lead so far. Oh, splitting at the bottom mark here. This looks really smart from McGovern. He's given himself nice clean breeze. He's not going to have a lee bow issue. He's tacking. He's following Parry out to that side. Yep, he's making sure that he can't gain the advantage. He's shortened that lead down to 14 meters now. This is going to be quite close in the cross. I have to see how they do. Oh, dial down here from Adam. Parry making sure that McGovern is forced to tack away. Nice move from Parry there. He's now got McGovern locked out on this left-hand side. He's got no chance to overtake him now. He can't tack because he'll be on port when he comes out the tack. And it looks like if, as in the first race, if Parry can hold him out to this left-hand ley line, then he's definitely going to be in control going down this run. The difficulty for Parry is going to be, it's probably going to be really close when they go around this top mark. Parry forced to tack away there by McGovern. Nice little luff to force him into that tack. And he's just on the ley line here for that right-hand mark. So the question is going to be, is McGovern going to follow him and try and get his wind shadow, or is he going to split and see if he can get a better breeze? I think McGovern's probably smart enough to know that he's got a good wind shadow to use in this run, and he's so close behind Parry that this could be really tight come the finish line. So Parry leading around this mark, 12 meters the advantage at the moment. McGovern falling down. Here we go. He's going to be right behind him. Nice mark rounding by McGovern there, moving straight into position. He's got his wind shadow on top of Parry now. Parry having to sail a little bit high to try and keep some speed on. And he's got him now. He's starting to reel him in, down to 20 meters. Holding there at 20 meters, 18 meters. What's Parry going to do here? He's going for the luff. He's trying to clean his breeze. He's going to push him away from the ley line here. Nice luff there, and it's jibed onto starboard. Oh no, Parry's got a penalty. Oh, McGovern with the jibe onto starboard there, overtaking Parry. Penalty for Parry, and it's game over now. Parry's penalty is still ticking away, and he's now 38 meters behind. He's going to have to do a lot if he wants to get his wind shadow on top of him here. He's going to push him. McGovern on the ley line for this finish line here. Parry in behind, not able to get his wind shadow into effect. No more of the racecourse left to go, and it looks like McGovern could be splitting this down the middle now. It's 1-1, 1 to the racing department, 1 to sport development. Who's going to win the deciding match? So we're going to be following Adam through this race, Parry, obviously. And we'll see how they get on. So 2 laps, windward gate, leeward gate, and we're now following Adam Parry. He's got the red on his sails. McGovern there underneath him, desperately trying to push him out towards Coffin Corner. Parry just try to slow down a little bit here, but he's managed to get enough space to get tacking to get across to the right hand side. McGovern following him round. Parry just try to get a bit of extra distance in. He wants to sail faster, sail further. He needs to try and get into a position where he can choose when he tacks or when he jibes. At the moment, he can't jibe. He'll put himself on port, and it might be that McGovern can swing up inside, but McGovern's tacking away. Parry now jibing and run behind. Parry now with the advantage. He's on starboard. Is McGovern going to get ahead? Just gets ahead. Parry's going to follow him round. He might start a little bit of a circle, but at the moment Parry seems happy just to extend away and give himself a bit of space, a bit of breathing room so he can decide what he's going to do. Now he's now moving into a position where he's just inside the committee boat ley line. He obviously wants this powerful right hand side. He wants to be able to stop McGovern from tacking into the windward mark. So with 15 seconds to go, they're both lined up quite close to the start line. Parry just trying to hold position to windward. He wants that really strong controlling position to stop McGovern from tacking. Very close to the line. This is going to be really tight to judge. They're both starting to accelerate here. They're both having to bear away to not be over the line. And the gun goes, and it's a very good start from McGovern there, who's managed to be just a little bit forwards. It's going to make it really hard for Parry to hold this position. So you can see now, Parry just starting to slip sideways a little bit towards McGovern's wind lee bow effect, which is going to force Parry to have to tack away. And there he goes, Parry tacking off, making sure that he can keep clean air. He wants to be sailing as fast as he possibly can be. Possibly a little bit too high at the moment. There he goes, tacking back. Slow tack from Parry there. That's not going to help him any at all. So you can see now McGovern tacking back into that strong lee bow position. Parry just having to bear away a bit to get some speed and tacking away. He wants to clean that breeze. And again, McGovern tacking with him. You can see McGovern's going to keep trying to get dirty air on top of Parry the whole way up here. Parry just having to sail as fast as he can, stay as close as he can. So he's now tacking back in. He wants to try and get some clean breeze. Straight into attack again. Good work from Parry there, making sure that he can clean that air, sail as fast as he can, and not lose too much distance on this beat. So you can see now, Parry is just trying to extend out towards this ley line a little bit. He's got good boat speed. Might be a fraction too low at the moment, but he's sailing fast and he's got clean breeze. He's tacked in on the ley line. He can now make it onto the left-hand turning mark. McGovern tacking right in front of him again. This is going to make life painful for Parry. You can see he's having to bear away a little bit just to keep his speed up there. Is he going to go to the same mark or is he? No. Good move from Parry there. He's tacked away. He's got clean breeze. He's going to be able to accelerate into this windward mark, and then hopefully he can then get into a position to try and attack McGovern downwind. So you can see there McGovern's jibed. Parry's now jibed onto starboard. He's heading towards McGovern's track. So he's going to try and get that wind shadow that we've seen that's been so effective onto McGovern's sails and slow him down. Parry now jibing. He's now in a position where he's dead upwind, and that the wind shadow coming off his sails is starting to affect McGovern. He's starting to just inch closer all the time. He's dropped 10 meters closer to him on this run. That wind shadow doing a great job of slowing McGovern down. You can see now he's had to sail towards the mark. Parry's wind shadow right on top of McGovern, and he's really starting to reel him in, dropping that distance down all the time. 20 meters. He's really closed in this gap here. Can he swing up inside? He's got a really good rounding there, straight into attack. That's great work by Parry. He's got clean breeze sailing out to this left-hand side. He's just got to sail fast. Great, nice tack. McGovern attacking straight with him. Parry's got to make a choice. Can he live there or is he going to attack away? He's going to have to attack away. Cleaning his breeze again, trying to sail as fast as possible. Parry just wanting to stay as close as he can to McGovern so that he can really attack him on this run again. So Parry now with clean breeze on the left hand side. He was not going to want to sail all the way to the ley line because that will make him slow when McGovern tacks with him. So he's going to have to keep doing some tacks. There we go. Just wants to accelerate again, get that boat moving. Okay, keep sailing, keep sailing. Just nice clean breeze at the moment. He's going to have to try and decide which of these windward marks he's going to go around. At the moment, McGovern in a nice controlling position, able to just keep tacking on top of Parry every time he wants. Here we go. So Parry tacking in on the ley line for the right hand mark if he wants it. McGovern nice tack into a lee bow position there. Wind shadow's just starting to affect Parry. McGovern splitting off for the left hand mark. Parry tacking with him. Parry really tight on this ley line. He's going to really struggle to get up there. You can see he's now having to pinch up and he's flapping his sails to get round. He's really slow at the moment, down to 2.5 knots, down to half a knot. Oh, that's going to really hurt him coming down onto this run. Okay, so he's now got to try and get that wind shadow back into position on top of McGovern and start to reel him in again. He almost caught him on the last run, but he was a little bit closer at the windward mark. So here he's going to have to work really hard to get that wind shadow down onto McGovern. Nice angle that Parry's sailing at the moment. He's now got to push that wind shadow a bit closer. He is starting to get closer. He's already dropped 10 meters off his deficit. He just needs to bring the bow up a little bit more, down to 30 meters. Can he do enough? Can he close this gap down enough to overtake him at the finish line here? McGovern having to sail big angles to get away from Parry's wind shadow. He's not currently sailing towards the finish line, so there is still a chance for Parry here. He's got that wind shadow in position. McGovern jibing towards the finish line. Parry right on top of his wind shadow. McGovern having to jibe away because he's slow, and he's jibing back again. Parry almost right on his transom, but McGovern just sneaks across the line in front, and Parry just behind at the finish line. Great work by McGovern.
So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, and a big thanks to Jack and Adam for helping produce this week's video. Really chuffed that I just managed to sneak the win at the end to take the win for sport development. As a bit of a recap then, just to finish, please remember that the match racing function is free for anyone to do. You don't need to be a VIP account holder to set up a match race. Also, if you want to race a fellow friend that's using the game, make sure you add them as a friend within the app, and then it's simple. Challenge them to a race and off you go. And you can see there, it's great fun. I would recommend selecting no race helps for this and just going up against each other using none of your credits that you can use later on within the proper races and regattas that are going on. So I hope you enjoyed that this week. Please tune in next week where we're going to move on to a bit of team racing. And please, if you do like the videos and content, please remember to subscribe to the Our YouTube channel and like this video, please. Thank you. Cheers, guys.